Well, hello everybody. This is Dr. Dick Pritchard from Columbus, Ohio, and you're listening to our CTFO Rockstar Team Training for February the 28th, 2021. I hope all of you had a fantastic week. Let's get going. What is CTFO anyway? Well, it's several things. First of all, it's a nutritional products and wellness company. Those of us who are resellers or associates or whatever you want to call us, distributors, make money by selling those products. No money is made unless products are sold. That's the only way people make money with CTFO. You need to understand that up front. Secondly, it's a wholesale buyers club. You can be a member and get products at wholesale prices and never do anything else if that's what you want to do. Everybody who is a member gets wholesale 30% off retail prices for all our products. Thirdly, it is a network marketing business. Okay, I'm not going to shy away from that term. Even though that turns a lot of people off, they don't like network marketing. But you don't have to participate in that part if you don't want to. But that's how money is made. So fundamentally, CTFO is about health and wealth. Okay, you can just focus on the health part if you want, but the truth is, if you don't have your health, all the money in the world won't do you any good. And if you have your health, but you don't have any money, that's a problem too. That can actually affect your health, especially during the time of pandemic when you need any way to make money you can find. So basically the deal is you can shop to save and you can share to earn. The more you shop, the more you save, the more you share, the more you earn. That's really how the whole thing works, okay? Well, how do you build a business if that's what you want to do? It's very simple. Number one, be an active member. In other words, create a monthly auto ship order for at least one $47 or more product. That's all you need to be active. That will qualify you for every rank there is. You'll never need to buy any more than that to climb all the way to the top of the pay plan, okay? If you're not willing to use your own products, then you're in the wrong business, okay? So be an active member. Number two, advertise your business and bring in new members. You can only get paid when you bring in people who buy product, and they bring in people who buy product, and they bring in people who buy product. So you must advertise your business in some way. I'll get back to how you advertise on the next chart. But when you bring in a new member, what do you want them to do? You want them to do number one and number two. You want this to perpetuate, to duplicate. So you must do number three, which is follow up with your new members to get them started doing number one and number two. You can follow up by email, but you'll find that most people a lot of times don't even open or see your emails. You can call them on the phone. You're likely to get voicemail if you're lucky, because people don't answer phone calls from people they don't know. You can text them. That's more effective, I'm told, than email, so that may help. But guess what everybody does? They open their postal mail. So if your member has a USA address, in other words, if their address is in one of the 50 states or one of the U.S. territories, you can send them one of our welcome letters by mail. If you want a welcome letter, shoot me an email and give me your name and ID number, and I will find you in the system, create a welcome letter that's personalized to you, They'll send it back to you. It's a 2-page PDF. What does the welcome letter do? It encourages them to do number 1. And if they do number 1, it offers them some free postcards and names so they can start doing number 2. What do you do after this? Just rinse and repeat. Keep doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 until you're making all the money you want. Okay? Well, how do you advertise? There are a number of ways you can advertise. I'll start with the first one, which is free, word of mouth. Tell people about your business. Tell people about your products. Send them to your website. Okay? It doesn't cost you anything to open your mouth. It takes some time. Okay? We say all advertising either costs you time or money. This one does not cost you any money. You know a fair number of people. The average person knows approximately 200 people. Contact them by email, by text, whatever, however you contact them. Granted, in the age of COVID, you don't see them face-to-face as much, but tell them about your website, tell them about your products. That's free. Secondly, you can give away product samples. We have 4 products that come in sample sizes: the coffee, the keto creamer, the exfoliator, and the 10X Pure Gold pain cream. All come in sample sizes. If you give away those product samples along with a business card or some piece of paper that has your website on it, you can generate sales that way and generate new members that may be only product customers, but that generates sales, okay? Giving away product samples is a great way to advertise your business, especially to your warm market, people you know. Next, you can use our postal mail systems. We have a complete postcard system that focuses on coffee right now and offers to let people order coffee samples or request coffee samples. When they do that, I send out the samples so you don't have to deal with it. But we also have a mass mailing letter system called the Postal Profit System that mails out letters for you, okay? It encourages people to come in on an auto ship order. Thirdly, you can use print ads. We have flyers, okay, with a little coupon at the bottom that encourages people to join for free. And we can give you a copy of those flyers with your information on it, so they go to your website and have your ID on them if they send in the coupon. We have a number of people who use print ads, okay? You can take that flyer, actually is a good full page ad, but you can create smaller ads if you want, not that hard. Finally, you can advertise online. I recommend that if you're going to advertise online, you learn what you're doing first, because merely putting your link over and over again on your Facebook page is not advertising online. That's spamming your Facebook page. Same thing with Twitter or any of the other social media that are out there. Advertise online means actually buying online solo ads through the various places that you can buy them, all right? Some people do that very successfully. The other thing you can do is buy clicks. Be careful about that. A lot of the places where you can buy clicks will give you garbage. I am experimenting with a place right now to send clicks. And if it works, I'll let you all know about it. But, you know, I use basically all of these methods. But you can, especially if your funds are limited, you should probably focus on just one in the beginning. Why do we use direct mail? Okay, let me start out by saying that direct mail really doesn't work that well if you're the only person mailing. So you should always contact your warm market, people you know, first. Encourage them to go to your website. Ask them to do you a favor by going to your website and signing up for free. Tell them it's okay if they never buy anything. You don't care. You just want them to sign up for free. It will help you out even if they never buy anything. Okay, if they want to know how that is possible, take them to the pay plan video and tell them to watch the part about profit sharing positions. Then maybe they will understand, okay? But contact your warm market, get 2 or 3 people who actually want to do this, and then they can become your initial mailing team. Encourage them to do this as well, and you'll see some growth in your sales organization just from people contacting their warm market. The second reason we like direct mail is once you put together that little team, mail lets you and your team, not just you alone, approach people you don't know, the coal market, okay? The coal market doesn't know you, doesn't know me, has never heard of Ctfo, so they're more resistant to advertising than the warm market is. And that's why it's a numbers game, okay? You're putting out as many numbers as you can and looking at relatively small percentage responses, 1 to 3%. Thirdly, anybody can mail a letter or a postcard with no training. I mean, that's pretty obvious, but sometimes we don't think about that. And what does that mean? It means that mail is duplicatable, easily copied. Even brand new people can do it without training, right? And because of that, it allows your business to build on the work of other people, what we call leverage. All large businesses are based on leverage. Somebody is making money based on the work of other people. That's how you create wealth. Does it work? Yes. Direct mail absolutely works for everybody except those who quit mailing. In other words, when you quit mailing, you quit advertising. When you quit advertising, okay, your business is going to start to die. Mail is like any other form of advertising. It must be done week after week after week after week. So if you're not willing to mail every week over and over and over again, then mail is not for you, okay? If you believe you can take 250 free postcards and names, throw them in the mail, and money is going to start raining down from heaven, you are delusional, okay? Get off the crack. That's not how it works. Mail works when you mail consistently over and over and over again. What's our discounted pack strategy? It's very simple. When you buy one-time purchases of $350 or more, we call that a silver pack. You get 5% additional off of wholesale. If you spend $600, you get another 10% off. You get 10% off. If you spend $1,200, you get 15% off. That's called silver, gold, and platinum packs. You can get paid when people special pay, pack pay, when people buy packs. In order to get pack pay, you must be pack qualified. So first of all, you buy one discounted pack for yourself of any size. It can be silver, gold, or platinum. Once you bought one pack, you are pack qualified for life, even if you never buy another pack, okay? Secondly, enroll your spouse or other family member directly under you. Okay, you can enroll them for free. If you don't have a spouse or family member, you can enroll an LLC or sole proprietorship business under yourself. That's legal under the company rules. That business just needs to have a different email and a different tax ID than you have. You probably are using your social security number. The business needs what the government calls an EIN. You can get one for free from the IRS. If you want to know how to do that, shoot me an email and I'll tell you. Number 3, buy all your additional products under your family member or LLC as discounted packs. All right? So wait until you're ready to store up on keto creamer, or keto shakes, or coffee, or whatever. Okay, and buy at least $350 worth at a time. Save money. But what else happens when you buy this under your family member? You get the bonus. Silver pack, $50. Gold, $100. Platinum, $200. All right. And what does that bonus do? It saves you even more money, okay, on the thing that you purchase, because you get that money back. You also get what we call team pay, which is a 3-buy matrix within the pack system, and you get team pay based on packs bought down at least 7 levels if you're a silver pack qualified, 21 levels if you're platinum pack qualified. So that's another way you're going to get even more money back. What do you do then? You follow up with every one of your personal members, all right, and teach them to do the same thing. What happens then? They buy a pack, you get the bonus, you get the team pay, all right? But more than that, what happens is your sales volume, your pack bonuses, and your team pay will explode because you're seeing sales $350, $600, $1,200 at a time. What does that do for your sales volume? You want to qualify at 5K, sell really about 4 platinum packs and you're there. Okay, you want to build it fast? This is the way to build it fast. Well, let's look at our weekly progress. We again, we're not signing up enough new members. I'm working hard at trying to make that happen myself. I'm doing a lot of mailing right now. We did bring in 17 new members. 2 of those joined for free by mail from a postcard, print ad, Postal Profit System letter, or a flyer, okay? That's how people can join for free by mail. We did, our 31-day team sales volume is now up to $46,781, creeping back above 50K soon. Our weekly team sales volume so far, week is not quite over yet, $12,149. That's a pretty good week. We sold 1 gold and 3 silver packs this week. That's good. We now have a total of 44,839 members. Not all of them are active. In fact, probably only a few thousand are active, but that's okay. All right. In fact, I got an email this morning from a guy who joined 3 years ago. Okay. Sorry, 4 years ago. And he said he wanted to join again. Well, he doesn't need to join again. All he needs to do is activate his membership. We're constantly getting people who respond to ads or postcards who joined a year, 2, 3 years ago, and they want to get started again, okay? So no matter how long they've been in, company doesn't kick them out for not buying product. They can always come back, all right? Postal profit system is still kind of in between mailings. I did get the notice that the January mailing finally went out, but it hasn't really hit yet. We sent out 3 info packs and 46 follow-up info packs, which were from the previous mass mailing. We did have 1 auto ship sign up. I want to say this about mail. Yes, it is really slow. I've actually looked into all the reasons why this is happening. The first reason is there are tens of thousands of postal workers who are out sick with COVID, okay? The second reason mail has really slowed down is that the Postmaster General and Post Office have done things to save money, okay? One of the things is they're no longer shipping postcards and letters by air. They are only being shipped by ground, which is cheaper but slower, okay? Thirdly, there was a huge bow wave of mail over the holidays, and they're still catching up from that, okay? So the mail is unbelievably slow. What used to take 2 or 3 days is now taking up to 10 days, okay? Just understand that. Mail still, it was always slow. That's why we call it snail mail. But now it's slower than ever. Hopefully that will improve over the coming weeks and months, all right? Well, let's do a few updates and some training, all right? Just first of all, reminder, the postcard special for February, March, still good through the end of March. 1,500 names and cards for only $99. You can use the special order form for that, or you can just use a regular order form and say, I'm ordering the special, send $99 instead of $125. That's all fine. But take advantage of that, because our coffee postcards are going like crazy. I've already sent out more than 10,000 of them, and another 10,000 arrived this past week. I've got cards, I've got names, order them. The other thing you need to be aware of, if you're not already, this was announced either on the Tuesday night or Thursday night webinar. There's a 20% off sale on CellUV. This is in many ways our most effective product. People rave about the results they get with CellUV, but until midnight tonight, February the 28th, you can get 20% off either a single pack or the loading dose pack. This discount cannot be combined with pack discounts and that kind of stuff, okay? This is a standalone discount for CellUV. If you want some CellUV or you want to stock up on CellUV, you can get 20% off as much of it as you want to buy between now and midnight. Thirdly, we got notice on late Thursday that our coffee orders, 2 of them, have been shipped. Okay, so I'm expecting to get coffee samples in any day now. So far, I have 1 request for a coffee sample. I'm sitting on that postcard and that $5 until I get the samples. But that sample will go out right away as soon as I get the samples. I'm hoping they will arrive Monday or Tuesday. But what this also means is that coffee is shipping, and you should order some, okay, because you really need to consider putting coffee samples in your welcome letters. Coffee samples not very big. I'm guessing you can put it in an envelope with a welcome letter. It won't get squashed. That's a problem with the exfoliator and pain cream samples. Put them in a letter without any padding, they can get squashed. But the coffee, not a problem. So you can put it in a welcome letter. I don't believe the coffee is heavy enough to where it would add any postage. All right, so you can still send it with a regular first class 55-cent stamp. If you include the coffee samples in your welcome letters, you'll get better response, okay? Last but not least, I'm doing a traffic test, okay? One of the ways you can advertise is to send traffic to your website. I have a website that actually is a rotator. It rotates among roughly 70 or 80 different sites of people who are on my friends and family list, I call it. And I am conducting a test starting tomorrow to send traffic to those sites that I am paying for, okay? I'm not going to tell you what the source of this traffic is yet because I'm testing it. If it works, I'll let you know where you can go buy this traffic. This is not my long-awaited targeted traffic that I've told you about in the past. This is a different source. I'm still waiting on the targeted traffic system to launch, but I am running the test. In addition to this traffic that I'm sending to the rotator, I have told Mike Swilling to send all of my traffic from his ad co-op to this rotator. So I'm hoping, and his ad co-op kicks off tomorrow. So in the next week or so, I'm hoping we'll get lots of hits, okay, on the rotator. Well, who's on the rotator? Okay, I call it the friends and family list. So who's on the friends and family list? Active personals for me and my wife. If you were sponsored by me personally or my wife personally, and you are active, okay, you're on the list. I update the list at the beginning of every month, so I'll be updating it in the next couple of days. Other family members are on the list. I have a niece and one of my brothers who's under his wife, who's under me. They're on the list, okay? A couple of business partners are on the list because they're business partners, although they're active anyway, okay? Thirdly, anybody who ordered names and postcards during the previous month. In other words, a paid order for names, whether it was a special or just a regular order of some kind. Again, beginning of every month, I go through and I say, okay, who all ordered names and postcards in February? They will go on the list in March. All right. Finally, anybody who ordered a Postal Profits system mailing during the previous month, I have the list of everybody who ordered a mailing in January, which is our most recent mailing, and all of those people and their IDs will go on the list. Now, if you haven't noticed, there are two, I meant to put this on the chart somewhere, but there are two brand new landing pages in your back office. They're called sample landing pages. That's where we're sending all this traffic, okay? The sample landing pages. It doesn't, when they click on the link on those pages, they go immediately to the join page, all right, and they fill in their information, hopefully, and you get a notice that somebody joined under you, all right. Once again, the best thing to do, send them a welcome letter with a coffee sample, okay? That way they get the sample, but you may want to contact them. In fact, you should contact them before you send the letter with the sample and verify their mailing address. And that's really all you have to do is text them, call them, email them, whatever, and say, I want to send you a free sample, but I need to verify your mailing address. That will create an interaction between you and your new enrollee. Okay, so we're sending this. Actually, I think this is about 80 people. When I looked at the rotator, this list, it can get bigger, it can get smaller. Okay, when you cancel your auto ship and you're on this first group, guess what? You're gone until you get on auto ship again. If you didn't order names and postcards last month, guess what? You're gone. Didn't order a mailing, you're gone. Okay, stay on the list. I'll help you out if you'll stay on the list. Just a couple reminders, the webinar for CTFO Corporate, 9 p.m. Eastern, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Go to ctfowebinar.com and here are the latest and greatest. Business opportunity webinar on Tuesday, product webinar on Thursday. Secondly, my personal friend and personal enroller, Mike Swilling, holds his legacy team call at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays before the corporate webinar. So it's fairly short, 20 minutes. The number to call, 319-527-2973. Mike also does this as a Facebook Live presentation. If you're promoting by word of mouth, Mike Swilling is the best person to listen to, in my opinion. He doesn't do postal mail. He does do some print ads. He has a big ad co-op. But he primarily promotes his business by word of mouth. So there's nobody better to listen to than Mike. He is the #1 associate in the entire company. Okay, so he's a good guy to listen to. Well, I have a story that I'm kind of, I don't know, reluctant to share, but I'm going to share it anyway. Several years ago, I've never been a dog person, okay, and then about, I want to say maybe 9-10 years ago, after I lost my job and I was staying home running my business, we had another dog that's my son's dog, but we adopted this little white poodle mix, or I don't know exactly what. Her name was Sophie, and Sophie, somebody actually tossed her over the fence at the Humane Society place, and so she apparently was injured either from that or from some previous thing. And Sophie became, we adopted her, and as far as I'm concerned, she was my wife's dog, but she very quickly attached herself to me, and she became my little buddy. And she wanted to be everywhere I was, and so I took care of her, and I became a dog person. Sophie was my doggy soulmate, Okay, and then the day came several years ago when, her injury to her back and all, she was in such horrible pain. We were giving her drugs and stuff to help with the pain, but it just wasn't working, and we came to the reluctant decision that we were going to have to put her down. And I went into the vet's office and held Sophie in my arms as she breathed her last breath, and it really affected me. I mean, I cried when she died. I'm not ashamed to admit that. But it was tough, and I told my wife, I said, I don't know that I'm ready to have another dog right now, so let's don't do that. Well, not even a year passed, and we got a call from some people who's had another little white dog whose owner had died. She was a lady in her 80s, and her daughter got the dog, but she already had 2 dogs of her own, and they're trying to find a home for this dog. And so that's how we got Bessie, another little white dog. And Bessie has all kinds of allergy problems, so she has to eat special food. We said, she's kind of like a money pit for a dog because of all the vet bills. But she also has an eye condition where her eyes secrete some kind of stuff that mats up the hair around her eyes, and her eyes get covered. You have to pry this stuff off of her. It hurts her. And even with the eye drops, it's been tough. And she's now completely blind, according to the vet, even though she seems to get around okay. Dogs operate by smell as much as anything. But this time we took her to the vet this past week, and the vet has been kind of pushing us on what she calls quality of life. That's vet speak for it's time to put this dog down. So the vet actually suggested that we have her eyes surgically removed because she was blind anyway, and that way she wouldn't continue to have a problem with him. And, this dog is, I don't know, at least 15 years old, right? So, and of course, when you go to the vet now, you sit in your car, they come out and get your dog, take it in, bring it back to the car. You don't even go in there with your dog. So I told my wife, I said, well, it may be time. We'll play it by ear for a while. But I said two things. Number one, I'm not letting them take her eyes out. Not happening. And number two, if we have to put her down, I'll wear a mask, I'll do whatever they want me to do, but I'm going to hold her while she takes her last breath, because I don't want her to feel like I abandoned her. Okay, the dogs know. They know what's coming somehow. And I'm not looking forward to that day. I don't know when it's going to come. I can tell you it's a heart-wrenching thing to go through. I know some of you have done that as well. So keep my little doggy in your prayers and me. It was kind of an emotional week. That's my story. Well, have a fantastic week, folks. Sell lots of coffee. Dr. Dick, signing off.